alive to all my platforms, YouTube and Facebook and a bunch of places, because the topic belongs in every one of them. Like one of the groups is about coaches signing clients, and one of the groups is about people who want to write books or create courses. And it's on my LinkedIn page because there are so many people who are waiting for something to happen before they take control of their lives. I know what that's like because I have done that so much. And the question I have is, what are we waiting for? That's not a rhetorical question. You can treat it like one, like a question that just sort of, excuse me, just gets asked and then sits out there, right? Nobody really answers it. But I want you to think for a minute about what waiting is. Waiting, right? We like this stoplight is a thing. That's actually the red light. I don't know, the camera made it look a little orange, but it's the red light. And we wait in front of a stoplight. We wait. And we do that because it's the law, it's the rule, and there's an organization and structure that says we need to. And maybe there's traffic that's coming from the other direction, and we all know the rules of the road. So waiting there is appropriate, and we are required to do that. How many places in your life are you waiting right now? I run a group right now that's in its third or fourth week for coaches who are filling their coaching practice. I run 90-day groups, 90 days to help you fill your coaching practice. And if you follow the directions and you stay with the homework and do it, you can create clients, plural, in that time frame. And I run another group that's about writing books. You can write a book. Get your first draft done and finished in 90 days. A real book, not a ebook, not a coaster book, a real live book about your story with the value that you have to add to the world. So I run a group to help coaches, and I run a group to help write books, and I run a group called The Results Equation, which is for any goal you want to achieve. You know what I feel most of the time? People come into the groups with a whole list of reasons why they can't do whatever they have said they want to do. Some of it is it's the wrong time. Some of it is I don't have the resources, money usually. Well, I don't have any money. And in the same breath, a person might spend money and buy something that they could do without. When people say, I can't afford it, what usually is the case is they're saying, I don't want to make the changes, sacrifices, adjustments in my life that would need to be made in order to create this money. In other words, I don't want to take it from here and put it over here. I don't want to risk losing it. I'd rather do something here. And what that really is stating is I don't trust myself. I don't believe I'll do the homework. I don't believe I will discipline myself to take the action required. I want the result. So I want you to think about with me, where in your life are you sitting in front of a red light? Where? Are you creating business, like you want to create a business with your life experience and story? Are you waiting to do that? Well, I hear so often people say to me, yeah, I know writing a book's on my list. I'm going to do that one day. And then they tell me a story about life and what they've done and what they could do and who they want to help and everything else. And I'm like, that would be really good like yesterday. Oh, yeah, but I don't have, fill in the blank, time, money, I don't know how. And all of those are solvable problems. So that's about creating story or writing a book or creating a course or creating some other business. Joy, my wife, is a perfect example of this. She is a real unbelievable go-getter. So her brother is selling his house, and he and his wife are downsizing, and they're moving to a condo. And so they have a lot of furniture that is antique stuff, because Joy's dad and her brother's dad was an archaeologist and a collector of antiques. So they've got lots of old furniture and, 50, 100 years old, that kind of stuff. And her brother doesn't want to do anything to worry about what to do with it, so he's giving it to Joy. She immediately, took action. She went to an antique stall. She opened a stall. She negotiated with the person. This stall and then that stall and then a bigger one. She just got off the phone earlier today with the guy that runs the biggest auction house in town. And he sells all these kinds of things, old clocks, old furniture, old tables, all that stuff. Good stuff at auction, not junk. And so, she did all the work, took all these pictures, sent them all to him. He looked at them all. Yeah, bring it on down. But that was all a case of action. And you know what? Joy and my life is super busy. Like my coaching practice is booming. She is a book publisher. She has several clients, not just me, whose book she is working on right now. She has a host of contractors she runs. So it would have been just like breathing for her to say, I'm too busy. I just can't do this right now. I'll just put it all in storage and worry about it later. When what? When I don't know. When there's more time, when life slows down. What? No, she's like, go get this, do this now. This happens today. I'm like that too. I'm a do it now guy. So she asked me yesterday for some language, for some copy that's going to go on a challenge we're going to run. You know what? We're going to run a challenge, another one, a new one, a third one. I already run some for coaches to help fill practice. I run one for people who want to write books and create courses. And I've got a new one called Learning How to Forgive Yourself. And that was never one that was on my radar screen, but I finished the book last December, Forgiveness, A Journey of Courage to a Place of Freedom and Power. And I hear so many people talk about how stuck they are in their hearts because of guilt and shame, and they can't get past this to go do the things they want to do in the world, to be the light, to tell the story, to make the changes that they've experienced of value to others. Which I see and it would be so valuable, but they're stuck because why? Well, I feel so bad. Or they're afraid, somebody will find out this, that, and the other. And so that gets in the way. And so that drove me. That's been a huge issue for me. So I wrote the book, Forgiveness, A Journey of Courage to a Place of Freedom and Power, because learning to forgive others or forgive yourself is a journey of courage, and it does go to a place of freedom and power. But this stoplight was a thing that kept me stuck for a long time, believing that, no, I could never get past the things I'd done wrong. I could never get past the people that I hurt, the mistakes that I made, the failings that I had. No, that'll never, never, never. Well, you know what living in front of a stoplight does forever? It just means eventually you'll run out of gas and you'll sit there forever. And then on top of that, you are in the way of others who want to drive. So I don't know where you're stuck in front of a stoplight right now, but the time to act is now. The time to eliminate, right? The time to eliminate or delete the excuses is yesterday, yester-hour, yester-minute. The time to create your life is now. The world is changing. We have this whole pandemic-y thingy ending, and we're all sort of getting ready. You know what? I have 9 places that I get to go speak this year already. 9 places. Wow, I wasn't planning on doing that. It just, opportunities came and I said yes. I turned the light green. I said, no, yeah, I'll do it. I don't even know where all of them are and how I'll get there, whatever. I'll figure it out. Why? Because I said yes. The light turned green in my heart. And I still got logistics and things to work out and all that stuff, but I don't care. Yes, I'm going. Yes, I'm going to do that. And just like Joy, creating an antique stall and then taking all this stuff to auction. The auction's in the middle of April, so we're going to have to get a U-Haul, and I'm going to have to find 4 or 5 or 6 hours in a day to go take all this stuff down to the auction house. Not in the plan, but you know what? The answer's yes. Turn the light green. The answer's when? Now. The answer's take action. Now, the foundation for your ability to do that is loving yourself. I don't mean self-indulgence and I don't mean selfishness. I mean truly loving yourself enough to realize you're a divine being. You are created by the same God that created all of us. You have gifts, you have talents, you have purpose, you have mission, and I need what you have. There are people who are waiting and will be delightfully overjoyed to hear the message, the program, the offering that you have, just like there will be people delighted to buy the furniture, the clocks, the bedsteads, whatever it is that Joy's got to sell. There will be people who want your stuff. And sitting in front of a stoplight, this stoplight, wrong hand, sitting in front of this stoplight for very long is a waste of your heart, just like it wastes gas. You know what it wastes in you? It wastes your heart. It wastes your energy. It wastes your love. So step on the accelerator, turn the light green, and unleash your love. Unleash your growth. Unleash your creativity. Authentic, true. I saw a post earlier today, and I forgot where it was. It was in a Facebook group. Said, what if you were just all yourself, all in every minute? Like, what would happen? Sometimes people are scared of that. I don't know. I used to be. Did that ever frighten you? Well, I got a challenge for both of us. The rest of this week, today's Tuesday, and it's around 11 here where I'm doing this. What if the rest of this week, in every interaction, you did two things? You ask, how can I be my most authentic self? And how can I love deeply and purely the person I'm interacting with? Two questions. How can I be like the purest, most authentic version of me, like the real me from my heart? And how can I love this person I'm interacting with? I would be really stoked if you would take that challenge and just make some comments. Silly ones, serious ones, I don't care. But tell me what it feels like and tell me things that you do to be your totally authentic self and then to love fully, freely, and completely without judgment whoever it is you're interacting with in each moment. Now, that's just a challenge for a few days. Let's see what happens. And here's what I know. When I do that, my life, my heart, my joy just explodes. I have more fun. I get up earlier. Today I woke up at, I don't even know what o'clock, 4 something. Why? Because I was so full of the opportunity I have 7 hours of calls today. 7 hours where I'm going to be talking to 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 people. And I loved it. Every minute I was excited, and I woke up early because I was so stoked about that wonderful opportunity to do those two things. Be authentic, turn all the red lights green, and then love with my full heart, might, eyes, breath, words, ears, listening. Every single person I get to interact with. I'd love to hear what happens when you do that. Thanks for listening to me today. I love you, and I would love the chance to serve you. And I hope that we have exchanged the moment, that I've lifted your spirits, that I've encouraged you to step into yourself and share it with me and with everybody. We'll see ya.